Good.
Good evening and welcome to the May 19th, 2022 meeting of the Downers Grove Township Board of Trustees. Calling the meeting to order. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you very much. And Lorraine, what do you call roll?
Okay. Trustee Riccardotti?
Here.
Trustee Oakland?
Here.
Supervisor Report?
Here.
And I will note that Trustee Ferguson and Trustee Stoll are absent.
You're absent, but we have a quorum. Starting off with public comment, we have no one here, but we did have one comment via email. And I will read it right now. Hello, in 2018, then Republican Governor Bruce Rauner signed an executive order abolishing nepotism in state government hiring. I urge the Downers Grove Township Board to adopt a similar policy. Also, many of the people who benefit from the township services are elderly, and it's difficult for them to attend meetings sometimes. For transparency and consideration of those who use the services, I believe that the township should go back to offering Zoom meetings as an option. With that, we have no more public comment. I have a motion to approve the minutes of the board meeting from April 21st, 2021 as presented.
I move to approve the minutes from the board meeting of April 2021 as presented.
A second?
Second.
Any questions, any comments about it? Lorraine, would you call it, take roll?
Trustee Riccardotti?
Aye.
Trustee Oakland?
Aye.
Supervisor Report?
Aye. Motion passes. Next up, I need a motion to approve the trustee audit and approval of bills and claims as presented.
So move.
And I need a second.
Second.
Okay, any questions on those bills? Lorraine, would you take roll?
Trustee Riccardotti?
Aye.
Trustee Oakland?
Aye.
Supervisor Report?
Aye. Passes. Supervisor's report. I have actually several things that I will report right now. I'll report on them now.
Before you start, would you please say out loud the name of the person whose email you read in public comment?
Yes, Mary Lemansky.
Thank you.
Okay. A couple things on the supervisor's report. We had a shredding event here this past weekend. We ended up with 6,600 pounds of shredding of paper, which was 2/3 of the truck. We had over 125 people take advantage of it. It was our first time having it. It went very smoothly, and so it was a nice event for us. And like I said, we had 125 people that took advantage of that. Sorry?
Thanks, sir.
And CERT, yes, we had a nice, so we had CERT come out and help us direct traffic and get that all started. There's always a lot of people who line up before it even starts, so we had a little bit of traffic trying to get that in, but once that was done, it was well run, so very happy with that. Also, Saturday, May 21st, this coming Saturday from 8 to 10:30 is the Senior Car Care Clinic. First time we've had it since the pandemic. It's going to be at the Westmont Fire Station on Cass Avenue from 8 o'clock until 10:30. Next up, we have, just so everyone knows, we have a new website. We just started, it came up yesterday. Just wanted to read a little bit about it. We were thrilled to announce that the Downers Grove Township has launched its new website. Some of the great new features of the site include it's mobile and tablet friendly, website accessibility to meet ADA recommendations, such as alt tag descriptions on images, descriptions on form fields, modifications to text, color, and size, profile settings for seizure and vision impaired, cognitive disabilities, ADHD, blind users, and keyboard navigation. There's ability to contact the township directly from the site through an expanded online forums and callings. There is an online event calendar, plus the continued ability to expand our site's function, like signing up for township events online. I hope you enjoy and look at the easy navigations of our new website. And I know that for all of the new senior events, you're going to be able to sign up for them online. If there's a certain number of people that can do an event, it's going to take care of that. It's going to make it a lot easier for the people in the senior department to get things lined up instead of having to take phone calls from everybody. You know, some people still have to do that, but anybody that can sign up online will be able to do that. So I think it's going to be a great new addition to us.
You look sharp.
Yes, it does. It looks very nice. So it's www.pgtownship.org. So next up, I got an email from a resident that I wanted to read. It said, "Hi, Paul. Just wanted to let you know that I was in your office today inquiring about a handicap sign. My wife is in the late stages of Alzheimer's and in a memory care facility. I need the sign to transport her to the doctor's offices and other therapies that she requires. The two administrators in your office were extremely helpful. One person sat in the back of the office as I stood at the counter, and the other was towards the front. They did a thorough search and gave me all the information that I needed, as well as they assisted me in confirming an appointment online with the DMV in Lombard. Both of these women were extremely personal, knowledgeable, and answered all my questions. I own a small business, and I would hire both of these women in a heartbeat, and I would provide them both with a salary increase from what they are making right now.
What the?
You are very fortunate to have the two administrators that are valuable to your office. I'm sure you realize that, but it would be at fault if I did not mention their assistance this afternoon. I live in Hinsdale and Downers Grove Township. I appreciate the services your office provides." And I want to just make a comment on that, because we had another issue, and I believe we talked about it last month, but in case we didn't, we had a homeless person come in. He had lost his ATM card for Social Security. Social Security will automatically every month put his new money in there, and it was stolen from him. He went to Social Security. They said, "Well, we can mail you one," but he had no address, honestly. So we were able to find out that the post office, you're able to get an address from the post office, and he could mail it to him there. So we were able to do that. I just want to say I'm so grateful for my employees to do that, to go out of their way. This example of this gentleman that had come in to actually make his appointment for him and not just say, "Yeah, just go online and do it yourself." The fact that they did it themselves, I'm extremely grateful that they were able to help them. And we talk about that. We have monthly meetings. It's one of the things we talk about all the time is we're here to help. Let's get it, even if it's not something that our department does or the township does, it's still really nice to be able to at least help these people and guide them in the right place.
So with regard to Jim's letter, do we know the two employees by name?
I do not for sure. I do not know. I think one was Tammy and one was Susan, but I'm not sure. So
Have they seen this letter? Or do they
we have a meeting on Monday. I was saving it until then.
If he knew how much they made, maybe he wouldn't want to go.
Well,
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Just pulling his leg.
Just pull your leg.
So I just
It's a very nice letter.
yeah, it was, and it made my day. So I responded back to him as well.
Good customer service.
Yes, that's what we are here for. And then the last thing I had to talk about was the Downers Grove District 99 has become a green ribbon school district for sustainability awards. Part of what they got that for was the gardens in the front of our building here. And I am going to have them come back and give us an update. You know, they did come in about a year ago, a little over a year ago, to talk to us about the gardens and what they're going to do. But it's pretty nice that we're able to help them out and get them this award as well. So Jeff Grant is the teacher at Downers North, and they have been back out again, and they have their people from National Honor Society and the biology classes again coming out and helping out. I think they have a couple people this summer that'll be here as well. So very proud of that as well. And with that, I have no other, we do have the, just as a reminder, June 11th is our flag raising ceremony at the cemetery. It is at 11 a.m. And the American Legion is putting up their new flagpole, and I think that's going to go up this week, right, or in the next week or so. It'll be at 11. We have a complete program, and then we also have Mission Barbecue is coming to supply, to give food at the end of it. So I hope everybody can make it to that. So June 11th is a Saturday at 11 a.m. And with that, I do have the Highway Commissioner's Report 2 from Andy. In the past month, the Highway Department has been working on the following projects. We finished brush pickup in sections 2 and 3, and just started in section 4. Tree Crews has been doing cutbacks ahead of upcoming culvert projects, as well as a few trim backs on the right-of-way, trees working off the work orders. The rains kept the crews busy trying to keep the culverts and basin open. The County Public Works Department helped us pump up one flooded area in Baston Park subdivision. We found a culvert which had collapsed over the winter, pumped it down to find the pipe, and are in the process of getting ready to replace it in the near future. Several culverts has been replaced by the Downers Grove Gardens subdivision. We just placed our order for culverts for the year, this year, and found out the price of the culverts has almost doubled in the past 2 years. Several basins have been repaired in the last 2 weeks. One in Timberlake was patched, and one in Farmingdale North was replaced. The county's water main work in the Timberlake North is wrapping up. We have 2 meetings with Public Works regarding restoration in the area. Asphalt patching by the county's contractors should start tomorrow. Their crew continue to patch potholes in subdivisions throughout the township. We marked trees for removal in the Rose Hill subdivision. Many trees were damaged during the tornado last year. Our contractor has started removing some of them, and we will remove the rest in between the sections and the brush pickup. We are putting together our concrete list for this year. We have had our inspectors checking all our work orders for curb and sidewalk repair, and we'll be going out to bid early next month. We are also reviewing and preparing our list for paving this year. Last year's contractor just finished patching in Bellevue subdivision from last year's contract. I expect the prices of fuel to impact this year's bids, so it's possible we may have to cut back on our list. And that's from Andy
I
Anderson.
like these reports. I like when he does this.
Yes, I do too.
They're really informative.
A good update, and I think, you know, it's an interesting thing having gone through the budget process the first time, and I can't imagine what he goes through with fuel prices, you know, and especially right now. I just went by a gas station today, and it's over $5.
I paid $5.19 this morning.
Yeah.
Most I've ever paid in my life.
So, you know, for him to get these projects, and, you know, there's so many of them, and so much of it right now is based on, you know, can we do it with the prices of fuel? So, but with that, any other new business that anyone has to talk about?
Well, since we have a small crew, and since it's a fast meeting, I just have a question.
Sure.
So we read every month a letter from a resident, and it's the same letter every month. And I am all about residents having the right to speak, but is it annoying? I mean, does it accomplish anything?
Well,
I think-
she wants us to read it every month. She puts it through. I think, when we talk about transparency, first off, all our meetings are online.
Right.
They are, this will be online by probably Monday at the latest. And so, I Zoom doesn't really accomplish anything other than, if someone has a question for me, they are more than welcome to
No, I
write
get
this.
that, and I want that. I'm just saying, it's the same question every month, and we haven't taken any action to change it. So, I mean, at some point, I think, we're just, I think the question is more about the questioner than it is about the question. And that's all I have to say. I just don't
There
understand.
may come a time when the laws in Springfield allow us to just simply acknowledge a letter that is part of our public record.
Maybe we can post her question. Do we have to read it every month? I mean,
There may come a time when this process dissolves away into something.
so we have to read her question every month.
Well, I gotta tell you, I haven't done deep dive research into it, but it was the solution of choice back when the pandemic hit and waves of communication issues hit, and people started to write to townships and other units of government. This is how everybody solved the dilemma. I haven't seen anything from a law standpoint, but if I do, I'll let everybody know.
Well, I mean, even if a resident came in person every month and asked the same question, I mean, at some point, I mean, you've made your point and, we hear you, and I'm all about the free and the transparency. I just think this is a little much. Just my opinion. That's all I have.
All set?
I'll say.
Any other questions? With that, I will take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the meeting is over. Our next meeting is in June,
Thank you.
June 19th.
Oh, 16th.
16th, June 16th. At 7 o'clock here at the Senior Center.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.